Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss the part 46 of the NEET PG important questions, and today we'll discuss the questions of the topic blood vessels of the thorax including the vena cava, aorta and the azygous veins. So first try to answer the questions by yourself. Pulmonary trunk bifurcates at the level of which vertebra? So it bifurcates at the level of T5 vertebra. What is the length of the pulmonary trunk? So it is about 5 cm. Bifurcation of the pulmonary trunk into right and left pulmonary arteries occurs inside which pericardium? So it occurs inside the fibrous pericardium. Which pulmonary artery has longer intrapericardial course? So right pulmonary artery has the longer intrapericardial course. Right pulmonary artery is related anteriorly to which structures? To ascending aorta, superior vena cava and the upper right pulmonary vein. Right pulmonary artery is related posteriorly to which structures? Right bronchus and esophagus. Now what is the location where the pulmonary trunk bifurcates into right and left pulmonary arteries? So it is in the concavity of the arch of aorta. We can also say at the sternal angle, or we can also say at the lower level of the T4 vertebra. Superior vena cava has how many valves? So it is devoid of valves. Superior vena cava is formed at the level of which costal cartilage? So it is formed at the level of right first costal cartilage. Superior vena cava opens in the right atrium at the level of which costal cartilage? So at the level of right third costal cartilage. Superior vena cava is seen in which mediastinum? In the superior and the middle mediastinum. Superior vena cava pierces the fibrous pericardium at the level of which costal cartilage? At the level of right second costal cartilage. What are the anterior relations of the superior vena cava? So they are right lung and pleura, right internal mammary vessels and the upper two intercostal spaces. What are the right relations of the superior vena cava? So they are right lung and pleura, right pericardiophrenik vessels and the right phrenic nerve. What are the left relations of the superior vena cava? So they are brachiocephalic trunk and the ascending aorta. Azygous vein opens into superior vena cava at which costal cartilage? So at the right second costal cartilage. What are the tributaries of the superior vena cava? So they are right and left innominate, or we can say brachiocephalic vein, azygous vein and the pericardial and mediastinal veins. Extrapericardial part of the superior vena cava develops from lower part of the right cardinal vein. Intrapericardial part of the superior vena cava develops from right common cardinal vein. Upper half of the superior vena cava, superior to the opening of the azygous vein, develops from lower part of the right anterior cardinal vein. Part of superior vena cava below the opening of the azygous vein develops from the right duct of Pouet. Now describe the peculiarities of the azygous system of veins. So they are straight in course, they are paravertebral in position, they are not accompanied by the corresponding arteries, and the valves are present. Azygous vein drains blood from the back region, anterior thoracic wall and the anterior abdominal wall. Azygous vein communicates with what anteriorly and posteriorly? So anteriorly it communicates with the vena cava system of the veins, and posteriorly it communicates with the vertebral venous system. Azygous vein enters into thorax by piercing the right crus of the diaphragm, by the aortic opening at the T12 level, and by passing deep to the right crus of diaphragm. So by this means the azygous vein enters into the thorax. Azygous vein is formed by the union of right ascending lumbar vein and the right subcostal vein. Esophagus vein remains anterior and right to which vertebra? So it remains anterior and right to the lower 8 thoracic vertebra. Esophagus vein arches over which bronchus? So it arches over right principal bronchus. Arch of esophagus vein over root of right lung is at which vertebral level? So it is at T4 vertebral level. Arch of esophagus vein is a content of which mediastinum? So it is a content of middle mediastinum. Esophagus vein is a content of which mediastinum? So it is a content of posterior mediastinum. What are the right relations of the esophagus vein? So they are right lung and pleura and the greater splanchnic nerves. What are the left relations of the esophagus vein? So they are right vagus nerve, thoracic duct and the descending thoracic aorta. Which intercostal veins drains into right superior intercostal vein? So second, third and fourth intercostal veins drains into right superior intercostal vein. Hemiesophagus vein joins esophagus vein opposite to which vertebra? So opposite to T8 vertebra. Accessory hemiesophagus vein joins the esophagus vein opposite to which vertebra? So opposite to T7 vertebra. Which is the last tributary of esophagus vein? So it is the bronchial vein. Esophagus vein develops from right esophagus venous line from the persistent cephalic part of the right posterior cardinal vein. Arch of esophagus vein develops from persistent cephalic part of the right posterior cardinal vein. Vertical lower part of the esophagus vein develops from right esophagus venous line. Hemiesophagus vein enters the thorax by piercing what? By piercing left crus of diaphragm. Hemiesophagus vein is formed by the union of which veins? By the union of left subcostal vein and ascending lumbar vein. Accessory hemiesophagus vein begins as continuation of left fourth posterior intercostal vein. Arch of aorta is situated in which mediastinum? So, in the superior mediastinum. Root of left lung is arched by arch of aorta. Where is the commencement of the arch of aorta? So, commencement of the arch of aorta is at second right costochondral joint at the lower border of T4 vertebra. Where is the termination of the arch of aorta? So termination of the arch of aorta is at second left costochondral joint at the lower border of the T4 vertebra. So at the lower border of the T4, arch of aorta proper, commencement and termination occurs. Arch of aorta is crossed by what on the left and the anterior side? So arch of aorta is crossed by left phrenic nerve, inferior cervical cardiac branch of the left vagus nerve, and the superior cervical cardiac branch of the left sympathetic trunk on the left and anterior side. Arch of aorta is hooked by left recurrent laryngeal nerve branch of vagus nerve. Which vein crosses the arch of aorta on the left side? So it is the left superior intercostal vein. Which structures are posterior and right to the arch of aorta? So they are deep cardiac plexus, tracheal bifurcation, left recurrent laryngeal nerve and the thoracic duct. These structures are posterior and right to the arch of aorta. Left brachiocephalic vein crosses which structures anteriorly? So left common carotid artery, brachiocephalic trunk and the right common carotid artery. Left phrenic nerve and the left vagus nerve cross between what? They cross between left common carotid artery and left subclavian artery. Which structures are present below to the arch of aorta? So left principal bronchus, bifurcation of the pulmonary trunk, ligamentum arteriosum and the left recurrent laryngeal nerve are present below to the arch of aorta. Arch of aorta is developed from left limb of the truncus arteriosus, left fourth aortic arch artery and the left dorsal aorta. What is the length of the ascending aorta? So it is about 5 cm. Descending thoracic aorta commences at which vertebral level? So it commences at T4 vertebral level. Descending thoracic aorta terminates at which vertebral level? So it terminates at the T12 vertebral level. So it commences at T4 vertebral level and terminates at the T12 vertebral level. So today up till here, we will discuss about the further important notes and questions of further important topics in our next video. Thank you so much.